So let's just go through what we did exactly, and hopefully this will help clarify. So the first thing we did is we get the network ID, okay? So we set the network ID to this variable network ID, and then we set the network ID to the Tether network, and we then set the Tether network with the network ID to this variable called Tether data. Now we say that if Tether data is true, okay, so if Tether data is there and it's present, if JavaScript finds it, if our application finds the Tether data loading, then we actually create this variable called Tether. And within Tether, we set up the contract. We set up a contract that's readable, taking the address and the ABI from Tether. And then we take that information and set it into the state, into the object. We turn it into this new object that becomes the contract, and it becomes accessible through our state. It's dynamic. The contract is now in our state. So when the contract changes, the state gets updated and we get the new information. So that if any transactions happen or whatever goes on, the state updates and the state updates with the contract. Excellent. After we do that, we create another variable called tether balance. Now the balance is changing, right? So this variable, we grab it, this variable, we set it, to the, we set it up to our tether, we set it up to our constant variable tether. So we're grabbing it from the Web3, this new Web3. And when we're going through Web3, we have to use methods to get the balance, right? Because we want to get the balance. We get the balance from the account, which is already passed into state. So we pass it again through state by calling this.state.account. And then all this has to be a callback because that's how methods work in Web3. So we have to run this call. .call. That's why the .call is there at the end. After we do that, tether balance is good to go with the balance. We just need to convert it to a string and set it to the state. And that's what we do over here. And finally, if there is no tether data, if it doesn't load for whatever reason, we want to set up this window alert message, error, tether contract not deployed, no detected network. And actually, we can see this window alert message. If I go back here, if I were to switch networks, right? Right now we're in the Ganache network, but what if I switch to the Ropsten network and we refresh? Boom. Refresh. And there you go. So now we get this message, error, exclamation mark, tether contract not deployed, no detected network. That's our error message. It's coming in nice and strong. So if we switch back again to Ganache, refresh, everything's loading. And we're no longer getting the balance because I removed the console log. Okay, so everything's working. So hopefully going through that again with you step by step has provided some more clarity for you. If not, don't worry about it. It will take a little bit of time to wrap your head around it. But in any case, when you're ready to move forward, I've got an exercise for you.